Welcome to Module 4, the GAD-7 and your complete anxiety picture. You've just completed the PATE 12 and gained incredibly valuable insights about your anxiety membership plan. You now know whether you're primarily hosting tourists or roommates, and you have your personalized pattern identified. That's significant self-knowledge that many people never acquire. But we're not quite finished with our detective work yet. Here's why this second assessment matters. The PATE 12 gave us the big picture of your anxiety patterns, your overall tendency, and your current state. But what about the middle time frame? What's been happening in your anxiety neighborhood over the past couple of weeks specifically? This is where the GAD-7 comes in. GAD stands for Generalized Anxiety Disorder, but don't let that clinical term intimidate you. We're not using this tool for diagnosis, we're using it to capture a snapshot of your recent anxiety activity. Think of it as checking the security footage from your mental neighborhood to see what's been happening lately. The GAD-7 asks just 7 questions, hence the name, about your experience over the past 2 weeks. Some people find this shorter time frame easier to assess because it's more concrete and recent. Others prefer the broader perspective of the PATE. Both pieces of information are valuable, and here's the really powerful part. When we look at these assessments together, they tell us an even more complete story. For example, if your PATE general tendency score shows you typically have high trait anxiety, but your GAD-7 score is lower, that tells us your anxiety roommate has been surprisingly well behaved lately. Maybe your management strategies are working, or life circumstances have been calmer. That's valuable information. On the other hand, if you typically have lower trait anxiety on the PATE, but your GAD-7 score is higher, that tells us something specific in the past 2 weeks has stirred up more tourist anxiety than usual. Time to investigate what those recent stressors might be. Before we take this assessment, we're going to practice a different body calming technique than we used before Module 3. Instead of just noticing tension, we're going to practice progressive muscle relaxation, systematically tensing and releasing different muscle groups to help your nervous system settle even more deeply. This is one of those evidence-based anxiety reduction strategies you'll want in your toolkit going forward. By the end of this module, you'll have both assessment results in hand, and you'll understand how they work together to create your complete anxiety picture. You'll know not just your general patterns, but also how your recent experience compares to your typical baseline. Let's take care of your body first, then complete this final piece of your anxiety detective work.